This little guy right here is known as Blob Percy. He is part of the Series 3 miniseries Monster Mash, which includes several different minis including Paxton, Samson, Henry, and the Anderson truck to boot. One unique thing about Percy is that he technically has two versions. This is the transparent version you see here, but before the transparent version was even finalized and released, there's this opaque version that you see on your screen right now. Now, the opaque version was released on Summit Minis 3-packs, and is got to this with a harder one to get due to that reason. Well, I think it's enough of the time. This one. Join me next Thursday. We'll talk about another Thomas Mini. If you're a fan of the CGI series, then you're more well known of one of its first ever compatriots, Victor, the Narrowgauge engine who works at Steamworks. Victor is one of those minis that I've had for a long time. In fact, Victor was the first ever Thomas Mini I ever got. This version you see here is not the original Victor. The original Victor is no longer here, but he's a great companion to have, regardless of where he is. Victor is of Cuban origin and runs through his pipes. But this is not the only version of Sam Victor. Before Victor came to Sodor in, his red guise, Victor was in a yellow guise that lasted for a few minutes, but was nothing more strong. There's also the Core Moments Victor that is sea-soaked, neither of which I own. But that doesn't mean that Victor is a bad character in a sense. He only needs a lot of funness. Well, thanks enough for Victor today. Join me next Thursday as we talk about another Thomas Mini. This guy right here is known as Space Bert, released as part of the Space Minis in Series 3, along with Gordon, Scruff, and many more. Space Bert is one of those minis that is unique. One thing that was always confusing for Thomas Minis is that he never released Airy. Well, let's get out of the way, they kinda did. If you've ever been a fan of Thomas and Friends for a long time, or if you've ever been a fan of the minis, you know of one of these that was released exclusively in the superhero line. And that is Airy himself as Shazam. Well, let's get back down to business and what unique with all his alien friends on there. Actually, I think it's enough time to talk about Ace Bert. Join me next Thursday with another Thomas Mini. The design of Andy Warhol's many different color pictures has been used by many things, including Marilyn Monroe and Mickey Mouse. But Diesel 10 decided to go with Styrofoam Hat as his main design. This is Pop Art Diesel 10, one of the Pop Art series. Along with a coach, this series also includes Duck and Thomas as part of its main theme. Diesel 10 being included in the series is radically weird, for say the least, but let's be honest, it isn't the first time he hasn't had a certain flair to him. With a flair for the theatric, Diesel 10 has always had a bit of a head-scratching attitude when it comes to things. And his design based off of Andy Warhol paintings is all the more magical. Well, I think it's enough about Pop Art Diesel 10 today. Join me Thursday and talk about another Thomas Mini. Whoa, almost didn't see you there. This is Invisible Henry. Like Blob Percy, he's part of the Monster Mash series. And, well, if you couldn't tell, he's invisible! Well, not really, he's see-through, and I can pick it up right here, but you get the point. Invisible Henry is one of the most unique minis. Being completely transparent, you can see right through him. And of course, like always, that makes him very designs. If you've ever been a fan of Thomas Minis, you remember these little short videos to make on the channel where Invisible Henry was the DJ of those videos. Looking totally fresh and someone like a DJ, Invisible Henry was able to get the minis through an entire synchronized dance number that was able to impress the crowd. Well, and Invisible Henry is known for stranger to all this stuff, being a huge fan of that stuff. That's all for today. Join me next Thursday. We're looking for another Thomas Mini. One of the most well-known David Diesels, background Diesels, is this guy, Paxton, known for his lovable exterior and his generic exterior, Paxton is known as the somewhat dim-witted but always lovable mini. Although he first appeared in Day of Diesels, people might know Paxton more for his Blue Man Mystery as somewhat of a reluctant villain. As such, he's been often considered a bit of a pushover by many fans. But that doesn't mean he's not likable. He really is the warm Diesel of the group, and he really is lovable. And Paxton really is that kind of character who just is the guy who you just want to hug, even if his intentions are good. And he just is willing to do what it takes just to listen to bosses. Whether it be Diesel Tenant or Diesel. He just doesn't know how to say no until he's stood up to. Well, that's enough for this mini. Join me next Thursday and talk about another Toss mini. Oldies but goldies. This is Neon Toby. And the colors on him, well, they may be a bit bright for some. This was he's back in Series 1 as part of the Neon characters, which includes Henry, James, Percy, Bash, Ashima, Bert, and Bert. As for Toby himself, this is a very nice looking Toby, but Toby's has never been one of the characters I've ever gelled with as a Toss Mini. His side plates are missing, and overall, that kind of makes him look a little naked without them. Okay? He does have a nice boxy frame, and this is actually probably one of my favorite variants of Toby. And his face looks like Toby in the TV series does too. And this is from Series 1, so it's an original classic. Well, that's it for today. Join me next Thursday when we talk about Thomas Mini. They've got a power and a force that before. They've got the ability to morph and to even up the score. No one can ever take them down. The power lies on their side. Go, Power Rangers! Anyways, circling back, this might be a long one, but this is Power Rangers Rosie, dressed up as Kimberly Hart, the Pink Ranger. This was released as part of the Power Rangers line, which was released in a multi-pack, which I have all the characters of. Power Rangers Rosie is unique, as in that she was designed with in mind. Right. So she has white wheels and a sash. She also has a design that makes her look like the pterodactyl mask that Kimberly would have. When this mini's around, it's morphing time, and that's all I have on there. Well, that's it for now. Join me next Tuesday, and we'll get another Toss Mini to showcase. See you all later. Power Rangers! And I say, awoo! This is Spooky Edward, and he is a werewolf that can only come out at night, or when you're toughing on the railway. Spooky Edward was released in part of the Series 2 Spooky Minis, through which there were quite a few of them, including Thomas, Percy, Emily, Porter, Salty, and Diesel 10. When on the rails, this guy with his yellow eyes and stuff will be haunting you. After all, he is a werewolf of London, kind of. He's in the UK. And he'll make that work very well. And which was one of my favorite Thomas Mini designs, as he just fits in well. Well, that's all for now. Join me next Thursday, and we'll get another Toss Mini. Talk to you later. Ooh! It's the Eye of the Tiger who's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. The only thing about this Toss Mini, though, is that he's not the last known survivor who is fight. And he's only walking us in the Eye of the Tiger. This is Tiger James, released as part of the set. And, excuse me for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Well, it's a bit old and not in the best shape. It's still together and still in one piece. As you saw here, this is the set right here that Tiger James would have come in with Cranky the Crane as well. is unique as he came in with a Flame Thomas. And he's also unique in the sense that he is, well, not pretty much exclusive to the set, as he didn't come in anything else other than Anaconda, which I don't own that version of since I kept the original version. Well, that's all for now. Join me next time, and we'll talk about another Thomas Mini.